So today we're going to be working on the triple beam balance to electronic test precision. So the goal of this is to see how precise we are on the TBB that is manipulated by us compared to the electronic that gives you an automatic read in grams. So the 5 objects that we'll be using today are right in front of me. We have a Petri dish. We have the beaker from the last math lab. We have a steel ball. We have a pipette that's plastic, and then a test tube. So the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to estimate in grams the mass of this plastic Petri dish. It is plastic, probably less than 100 grams. Do your best with your estimate. Do your best with your estimate. So your estimate should be right there. All right, so first of all, we're going to TBB it. We're going to TBB it. So I'm assuming that it's less than 100. So I'm going to start working with my tens. Ooh. All right, so it's 10 something, 10 grams. I'm going to move my ones out. Getting there. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Sorry, everybody. Want to be as precise as I can. All right, so let's add our riders together. What's out right now? So no hundreds. We got a 10 and something less than 8 with a decimal for the Petri. Okay, so you'll write that right there. Let's see the automatic read. 18.7 grams. So you should be writing that or typing that, I should say, and where it says mass on the electronic. And then what I want you to do is subtract the difference. It could be a positive or it could be a negative. So subtract the difference. Okay. All right, that's our Petri dish. Next, I want you to, estimate the mass of the test tube. This is all glass. This is all glass. All right, let's put it on our TBB. Let me move the riders back. So I think it's going to be less than 100. So I'm going to start working with my tens. So 10 something. Let's start working with my ones. Close, getting there. That looks pretty good. All right, so I have a 10 rider out and 9 point something for my test tube. So adding those together. All right, let's take a look at the mass of the test tube. And there is our answer. So subtract the 2 for a positive or negative difference. Okay, next is the steel ball. Next is the steel ball. Let's see if I can get this to stay. Okay, I can't get it to stay. So, what could I do? Well, I know the mass of the Petri dish, right? So if I know the mass of the Petri dish, or let's do 1/2 of the Petri dish. Because I need it to be held in something to problem solve. Okay, so the mass of the 1/2 of the Petri dish, I'm going to write this down here so I don't forget, is 8.3 grams. Okay, 8.3 grams. So now I'm going to add the steel ball to it because I need something to hold the steel ball. So let's check 100. I think it's going to be less than 100. All right, let's go to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, wow, 70. All right, so it's 70 something. Remember, my goal is to get that arrow lined up to the 0. Just like they do in the doctor's office if they use one of these scales. That's obviously a lot bigger. You can hold a lot more mass. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I got, let's do about 75.9. So 75.9 grams is for everything. But remember, the Petri dish was this. So think about what you need to do with these two numbers in order to get the mass of the steel ball. Okay. All right, so same thing. Let's see what it is on the electronic. So on the electronic, it's 75.4 grams. I'll show you this in a minute. And half of the Petri dish is 8.2 grams. So think about the electronic, what you're going to have to do if everything was 75.4 grams, but the half of the Petri dish was 8.2. What are you going to have to do in order to just get the mass of the steel ball? And then find the difference either for a positive or negative. Okay. All right, next is the pipette. So the pipette is all plastic. I think we could assume that it's less than 100, but let's check our 10s, less than 10. Oh. A little bit less. Oh, I hope you all made your estimate. Sorry, I keep forgetting that. All right, there's our exact measurement. So 1 point, let's round up to the closest tick mark. Okay. And let's check it on our electronic. 1.3. 1.3 for the electronic pipette. And so you should have your difference, positive or negative. And last but not least, let's estimate for the beaker. Let's estimate for the beaker. It's glass. Let's take a look. Okay, let's do 100, less than 100, 10, 20. All right, less than 30. Let's go back to 20 and then fine tune. Oh. Huh. All right, let's go to 30. Let's see. TBB is playing some tricks on me. Oh, we're getting there. All right, that looks pretty good. So let's add the riders up that are out. So 30 point something. And then let's see how close we were on the electronic. 30 grams. So you should write that there or type that there and find your difference. Okay. And then what you're going to do is answer the two questions to complete this lab.